welcome to the first episode of this show where I actually have a competent recording setup.
What?
Yeah, I'm on a Windows computer
What?
using a Yeti microphone in Audacity. It will take me 2 minutes to get you the audio,
That's
and it's
what?
gonna be great.
Wait, no, weren't you always using the Yeti?
No. I mean, I used it a couple of times towards the end of my Mac, but we didn't record a lot of casts. We recorded a couple, but
You're right. But
a
this
good chunk of the casts since this have been mobile casts.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So last time we recorded, we were together. Now,
Are you sure it's coming through your Yeti?
Why does it sound bad?
It's fine. But
Maybe Discord isn't.
that doesn't matter though.
Yeah, my Audacity 100% is.
All
I
right,
tested
cool.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm hallucinating things. I have not gotten a lot of sleep.
Me either. Why have you not gotten a lot of sleep?
So yesterday was a big event day for Siva.
Yeah,
I
I saw the amazing stuff that came out of it.
I woke up at, well, first off, I stayed up 2 days ago until 4 a.m. to see it start.
Okay.
I went to sleep, woke up at 7 a.m., watched, waited for stuff the entire day, and then went...
Why'd you wake up at 7?
Huh? Because something special was coming out at 7.
Oh, okay.
So I needed to be up for it.
I wonder if do they take they have to do they take time slots where it's okay, I'm gonna be responsible for uploading this time to this time, and then it's someone else is okay, I'm gonna have because they can't upload 24 hours straight. Everyone is that I don't know if you can answer these questions, but
I don't know if I can.
yeah, so don't answer, but that's just my
But anyway,
analyses.
yeah, I had to see the thing that was going up at 7 a.m. So I woke up, I got 4 hours of sleep. There's 4 hours. Then I got up for the day, had my coffee, watched rips for a couple hours, went out driving, got more coffee, came back, stayed up all night watching the event conclude. Finally, it was planned to end at 2 a.m. until suddenly someone decided to make something between 2 and 3 a.m., which actually ended up coming out at 5 a.m. And I had to be there for that because I'm in it. I did voice work for it, which I recorded at 4 a.m.
Which one is this, to make sure I'm thinking of the right one?
An unwavering heart. It has my voice in it. I can say this
that's a fact. It's not a spoiler.
Yes.
Or anything.
Yeah. So
Okay, have I seen that one?
I don't know if you have. You can watch it here. It's called "How About a Song: An Unwavering Heart" final mix from Pokemon
haven't.
X and Y.
I'm gonna watch it right now.
Mm-hmm.
You keep talking while I watch.
Yeah, I'll explain. So that was I had to be on call for stuff until the day was over. So I finally went to sleep at 5 a.m. expecting to get a full night's sleep. Expecting to, I don't know, wake up
a full day's sleep.
Yeah, a full day's sleep. Expecting to wake up at 1 p.m., get my full 8 hours, probably longer. I think the person who was staying up with me, who was also heavily invested in the day, hold on, when did he wake up? He woke up at 6 p.m. He also went to sleep at 5 a.m.
Hunter is ready to write.
Woke up at 6 p.m. He slept 13 hours. But he was up for I don't know, 36 hours or something. And took a nap.
So you got the same amount, right?
Well, I tried to, but I was woken up.
Hey,
I was.
hey! I have to say something quickly.
What?
I have to interrupt you.
What? Stop! Don't interrupt me. Stop! No! Stop it! I can't. Ah! Oh God, you're triggering like.
You're triggered.
Me.
I triggered you.
Like really? Oh, man. They decided in my building to do a test of the fire alarms at 10 a.m., which is inconsiderate. First off.
Okay,
which is inconsiderate.
Aren't
first
a lot
off,
of the people
but,
that like live in your like you're at your dad's apartment, right?
Yes.
Okay, aren't a lot of the people that live there like retired people that don't have like any commitments that would possibly sleep till around that till after that time? Am I far fetched here?
It should be done in like the afternoon, probably.
Yeah.
Or like noon.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's rude already, right? To do it in the morning. I get that's not the morning for some people, but I was having a particularly late night, and this was a really bad day to do it. 10 a.m. on a Thursday.
Yeah.
But it went on for 4 hours. It's so loud. It's like ear piercing.
I'm just imagining like the volume of like a school fire alarm. Is that right?
Yeah.
For how?
It was not continuous. It was a test. So what it would do was it was like please go to the nearest stair, and it would say like part of the message and then cut off, and then it would ring for like 1 bar and then stop. Beep, beep. And it would do that like I don't know, like once a minute or something for hours. It did.
Hey, shouts out to people who work from home.
God, I stayed in bed for 2 hours awake because I was so tired. Like, I couldn't get up, but I also couldn't go to sleep because it was ear-piercingly loud and constant. And so it wasn't constant. I kept like almost falling asleep, and then oh, I was recording Snapchats every time it would happen, and you can see it starts at like 10 a.m. and goes until I think the last one was 2 p.m.
Do I have Snapchat anymore?
I
haven't checked Snapchat in a long time.
I think we uninstalled it.
Yeah, I haven't installed it since. I don't think I'm gonna.
Whatever, I'll edit together the videos, but it's just the timestamps, and you can see the alarm is going off for 4 hours straight. Like, it's awful. I had like, I don't know. Anyway, that's how I got 8 hours of sleep in 3 days.
There is so much wrong with that single thing. One, they do it at 10 a.m. Okay, I understand a lot of people are up at that time, but it is an apartment complex, and you have to understand that there's a lot of people that live in apartments that work from home, A. B, are retired and don't sleep normal, like wake up early. Or C, people like you that just, I don't know, that have been up.
We're asleep.
Yeah, like, okay, I'd say 12 or on is, like, a reasonable time. Like...
It was awful.
Yeah. Yeah. That's... And then to do it for 4 hours in a building where people live? Like, I understand, okay, if it's an empty building, or a building where there's only a couple people there, or it's like an office, you can't do that. But, speaking of office, this reminded me of that the other day. So there's this, like, in my, how do you describe it? Like, the whole floor is the office, but there's, like, my room where it's me, my boss, and, like, another person.
Wait,
Room. I
a
guess I'll
room.
just say
Yeah,
room.
it's called a room.
Yeah, my room my job. So there's like this storage little like storage room that's inside of the room, if that makes sense. Like there's a door in the room and it's not a closet because it's bigger than a closet. It's a closet but it's bigger. It's like you can walk into and walk around. Okay, but yeah, so I guess there was like a leak in there or something, and they like temporarily fixed it. And they said they were gonna come back to like do the permanent thing. Okay, so this guy walks in and he's like, we're here to do the permanent thing, and they're like, it shouldn't take long. And we're like, okay. My boss's desk is positioned to where it's like my boss's desk, the wall, and then the where the fixing was happening. One of the loudest like fixings I've ever heard, like loud mechanical shit. My boss just gives me this look. And we just got up and went like somewhere else, and we couldn't get any of the computers to work. The extra computers to work, so it was kind of like a wasted hour.
Cool.
That story reminded me of that.
Yeah. I don't know. Everything hurts.
Yeah, I mean, I know how you feel with the lack of sleep. Not as bad as you, but like, no matter how tired I am, I like can't fall asleep till around like 1ish, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll just lie there, even though I'm tired. Like, and it sucks. It's just because I have to wake up at 6:30. Because I shouldn't have to wake up at 6:30 because I don't start work till 10. But it's because the train schedule is like it's either I take the train to get in at 9 or I get in too late. That's how it works. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like there's like no in the middle one. So I have to take the earlier one. So what I do is I have to wake up early and then I just go to like Dunkin' or Starbucks near my office and like chill there for like an hour before work. Which is fine.
I just like shift my times up if I really couldn't get the train. Like most people at my job in New York were like, we're bound by the trains, and so it was real flexible. You just come in whenever the train gets there, and then you just you leave when you're done with your time.
Yeah. For me, it's like I start at 10 every day, and I leave whenever everything's done. Yeah. So it's like, I could get out pretty early, or I could get out 3 hours late. Like, it's different each day. But, it's fine. Every Friday I get out like 4, though, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. I would always be, like, punctual, but in exchange for, like, covering people's shifts. Like, if people couldn't be there, I'd come in early. I'd cover for them.
Yeah.
But, I didn't mean punctual. I meant, like, I didn't come in that early. No. I came in I came in later than, like, part of my department and left earlier than part of my department. So I was, like, in the middle, but I would cover for people if they couldn't make it.
Yeah. I'm, like, in the middle for both. I come in before some people, after others, and then I leave before some people, after others. Like, it's like I'm in the middle. But, yeah. So what else is up? What else is going on in the world of famed
what do they call fame?
Your fame.
Fame.
Famed. What's the party? Never mind.
What party?
It's over.
No.
The political party.
Democrat.
No.
Republican. Whig. Federalist.
Is it Federalist? Fuck.
I think it might be Federalist. It's Federalist.
I'm looking right now.
Are you talking? Who are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about famed whatever. Oh, yeah. You're a famed Federalist politician. No, famed Federalist Confederate politician, Zachariah Kohaney.
He is doing okay. He's good, just leading the revolution against the North. The North is gonna go down in pieces, but not as a whole. You know how it is.
Yeah, I know how it is.
I think I'm being spied on.
Is this Discord call bugged?
How many people are in here? Yeah, just me, you, and this other guy.
A.
Who's A?
Who is A?
What? Is that Alberto?
4-string, 4-stem, leather belt.
Oh. Who's doing that?
Anyway. So
I got balls of steel. Who said that? Who said that?
I swear to God, it wasn't me.
I will ban the next person who talks. I got balls of steel. Who said that? Balls.
Oh fuck.
The beauty of the beauty of the four strength 4-stem leather belt is that everyone is into it. Everyone's just like dying of laughter when it's happening. but the so Duke Nukem one, just that one person is incredibly mad, which no one can figure out if it's a young boy or an old woman.
I don't think I've seen the Duke Nukem one.
What?
I don't think I have.
It's one of the best videos ever made.
Just added to the chat for my post cast viewings. Yeah, I know I've seen obviously 4-strength, 4-stem leather belt.
For anyone out there who doesn't know what this is, first off, I don't know how you have gone.
Are we gonna start a show notes?
I don't know how you've gone this far in your life without hearing this, but it's called Duke Nukem Ventrilo Harassment, and it's one of the oldest, best videos on the internet.
Okay. Yeah. So, what was I gonna say? I had a topic. Oh yeah. So, I was telling you this, that I figured out something. And it is like a law that, it's not a law yet, because I've only been able to trace it to a couple of times, but every time, like, I have, like, a day or an event where it's like, oh, this was really great, this is, like, a life event, like, this is something I'll remember the rest of my life, it was a great day, like, I then, within the next day or two, get one of the most sick I've ever been. like, obviously we talked on the last podcast about the the John flu.
Yeah.
That, like, killed everyone. And then, so this past weekend, I guess I'm going to tie in the other topic into this topic. After 10 years of being a fan of The Room, I met Tommy Wiseau and Greg Sestero. And
what?
It was great. So I'm like, okay, so I had another thing in the area that I was going to. It was like a writer's thing at, like, but that was like 4 hours before this other thing. So by the time it was done, I still had like 3 hours before my thing. And I was just like, what is there to do? I'm like, there's literally nothing to do around here. So I just kind of walked around for a while. I got coffee. And then I walked around for a while. I'm like, you know what? I'll just go to the theater and, like, chill there. They probably have, like, a bar or something, because it's, like, one of those, like...
It's like a hip bar. Or a hip
like
theater.
A hip theater, right? Yeah, where they have, like, a lot of events and stuff. So, yeah, I went to this theater, and and there's already like a bunch of people there hanging out. There's already like a couple lines, and there's already a huge merch thing, and I'm like, what? So I walk up and I'm like, is this the line for the movie? And they're like, no, this is the line to meet Tommy and Greg. And then that second, like literally within the 30 seconds of me walking to the theater, Tommy and Greg just walk out.
What?
And I'm like, what is this timing? So the line, like, I was like, probably, I was within the first 10 people on the line. And so I think the interaction is perfectly indicative. It's like when you met Gus. It's perfectly indicative of both of them. Like, Tommy was so excited to meet everyone. He was greeting everyone, everything. And then Tommy was extremely excited and happy, and Greg was absolutely miserable. like you saw the picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, like, so yeah, it was great. I met them. Tommy signed my. So I'm online. I'm getting close to the front. I'm like the second online, and then this guy comes up to me and he's like, this guy that works at the theater. He's like, "Hey, do you have merch?" And I'm like, "No. Like, am I supposed to?" And he's like, "Yeah. Like, you can't meet them unless you have merch." And I'm like, it would have been great for you to tell me that before I got on the line. So I had to get offline and go buy merch, and I didn't own the room anyway, so I bought it. So I'm walking up, I'm like, great, how much is this gonna be? And I'm like, okay, how much is the DVD and the Blu-ray? And he's like, the DVD is $8 and the Blu-ray is $10.
What? That's great.
And
That's a great price.
I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, I'll get the Blu-ray. And then so I got the Blu-ray, and then I'm like, do you have a medium in this shirt? And he's like, we only have like an extra large. And I'm like, in every shirt. And I'm like, well, okay. So I didn't get the shirt.
I mean, what are you gonna do? It's not gonna fit you.
Yeah. And then I saw he signed my Blu-ray. He's wrote "Love Is Blind."
Hey, I think that's a good deal. $10. Yeah. Picture, great Blu-ray. Picture, Blu-ray, autograph, meeting, fucking perfect. I don't see any downside.
And then I got offline and I'm like, yeah, I met them. Still got an hour and a half before the movie. So then I'm like this is this is when I really realize I need to get friends to move up to New York, or I need to make new friends in New York, because when you have that hour and a half with no like nothing to do, it like kind of sucks. So I went to the bar like a true denizen. I don't know what word to use. I went up to the bar.
Degenerate.
I sat there for a while. Degenerate. I drank the beer.
You're an alcohol addict.
Then I kind of dicked around for a little bit.
I drank the beer.
I drank a single beer. Alcohol addict.
I should probably talk about the boat.
Yeah. Oh shit! That's the whole reason I wanted to record this cast, was to hear your cruise story, and then I forgot about it. Okay, I'll wrap up my thing, and then we'll go right into the cruise. So yeah. So I went, and I saw their new movie. They have the Q&A before, and the Q&A was the most half-assed bullshit thing ever. They're like, okay, because they were showing two movies. They were showing The Room and their new movie.
Mm-hmm.
So they had both movies were set to start at midnight, and our Q&A starts at 11:55. They come in, and they're like, okay, fire round, go. Like, it's like the fire round at the end of the panels. That was the whole Q&A.
That's great.
And then, yeah, and then Tommy would like he'd be like, any questions? If people be raising their hand, he doesn't call on them. Like, okay, no questions. And then then the movie starts. This movie, it's called Best Friends, R in parentheses.
Best Fiends.
What'd you send? What the fuck?
It's a good picture.
Even I can see why that kid's little taste of cinnamon toast crunch. Decent. Yeah, so the movie was essentially like had a lot of slower build, but imagine like a 2 hour unedited footage of a bear. The end. Imagine the last 20 minutes of the movie is that sequence towards the end of Unedited Footage of Bear where it's like random shit's happening.
Okay.
You know that part where it's like cutting to random weird things and you
Yeah.
have to like figure out. That's the last 20 whole minutes of the movie.
The fuck? So it's like Ava.
So it's essentially like but the plot makes sense. The thing that threw me off the most is like it's a real movie. It's like a competent movie. It's not like The Room. It's like, oh, they actually made a movie. Like, that's actually pretty good. That's like kind of like on like it was kind of I'd say it's on like.
Does it make you think The Room might have been like a bit?
Well, I read I wasn't going to talk about it, but I read The Disaster Artist and they kind of explained a lot of it. And but yeah, so The Room is not a bit. But yeah, so this movie was actually pretty good. I'd say it's like I was saying A/V Surveillance movie. No, fucking Wham City movie, but it's nowhere near as good because it's 2 hours long and not 20 minutes long. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that. It's just about as good, but over a much longer length. So
it's nowhere near as good.
Because what you need to do is divide good over time, right? Mm-hmm. To get good per minute.
So yeah, this was only part 1 though, and part 2 comes out this weekend.
Fuck, I should start scoring things by good over time. Or like rating over time.
Okay, so I found AniList has my rating system. My rating system now for like all my reviews is
smiley face,
skip, worth seeing, or must see. And the smiley face thing has that perfectly. I'm done.
You know you can write any rating system you want in the AniList. I will write.
So then I'm gonna do my ratings.
I will write you something that will change the smileys into the text that says skip, watched, worth watching, or whatever you want it to say.
Skip, worth seeing, must see.
Yeah, I can change that. I can make the smileys say that.
Yeah. So yeah, then part 2 comes out next scene. During the movie, I'm like really tired because I wake it up at like not that early. I woke up at like 8 a.m. that morning and it was midnight. So yeah, I was like really tired. So I'm like, I actually fell asleep for like a couple of minutes in the middle, but then I woke up again. Like it was only like a couple minutes. It wasn't like I didn't miss much. But yeah, so and then also like I'm having like these stomach pains, and I'm like, oh, this is probably from the beer. Like I had like a coffee and a beer within like an hour.
Okay,
like, it's fine. So go home, no problem. Go to sleep. An hour later, I wake up. Wait, why is my body? Oh no.
The sick haze.
Turns out I was vomiting my brains out for the next like entire 24 hours. Oh my! And then that goes to my analysis of vomiting. Is that it is the ultimate cost for the ultimate reward. It's like when Thanos destroys a thing, and he's like, he goes into like that weird end of Evangelion thing, and then like Baby Gamora is like, "Did you do it?" And he's like, "Yeah," and she's like, "But what did it cost?" And he's like, "Everything." That's throwing up. Yeah, because it is one of the most unpleasant experiences your body can possibly have, and traded for like amazing relief. Like you feel so bad, and then you throw up, which is absolutely like it's torture. It's literal torture. And then afterward, you feel, oh, thank God, I feel so much better. And then half an hour later, you have to throw up again.
I would like to like comment on this, but I haven't thrown up in well over a decade, and I don't.
But you still deep down remember. You always you can't.
Yeah, I actually came really close once, and it just wouldn't. I really wanted. I had the worst thing I was already nauseous, and I had the worst thing I've ever tasted, and I
Malta.
No, it wasn't. Malta's not that bad. All right, Malta is not a pleasant drink, but it's also not like it's not repulsive. It's just like
Okay. Yeah.
you know. But it was this was like I don't I actually don't want to think about it. It's making me feel bad just thinking about how it tasted.
Then don't talk about it.
But I want to explain. I want to give like a simile, like an explanation, like a simile. You know what a simile is?
Okay. Yeah. It's vomiting is one of those feelings when you're having like subsequent vomits. It's that every time you're like, it's not like the first time you do, you're like, it's not as bad as I remember, and then you vomit and you're like, it is worse than I remember. Like, it is like, I don't know how to describe it. It is like the maximum level of like unpleasantness.
Mm-hmm. You know, like oh, fuck. I want to find like a smell or like a look that describes it, but it was like you know like urinal cakes. like the minty smell.
Yeah.
Imagine you like compress that into like like a shot, like half a shot glass of juice, and drank that. And it was like cold and incredibly minty, and like
that's terrible.
And like not even like, and it was like a suspension, so it was like gritty. It was like drinking like liquefied toothpaste, and
even when I have too much toothpaste in my mouth, it's terrible.
And it just wouldn't leave my, like, I could like feel it in my intestines. It was awful. And I just my entire body was like rejecting it. It was terrible. I can't. I'm feeling bad just thinking about the taste of that. It's definitely the most vile thing I've ever like put in my body.
I'm trying to think of what the worst thing I've ever tasted.
And it's a medication. It's like a medication they prescribe people. Oh, god damn. Oh, I fucking threw it all away after that. I couldn't.
Did I tell you about how when I was in the when I went to the hospital when I shouldn't have, that whole story? Did I tell you how like I just said no to what they tried to make me take, and they didn't make me take it?
What was it?
So they come in with this giant ass cup of like this liquid medicine, and they're like, you have to drink the whole thing.
What medicine was it?
I don't know, but it was like I mean like a full, like, I'd say probably like a, like not a solo cup, but not a Dixie cup, like in the middle. So yeah, I was like, I took one tiny sip of this, and I'm like, I'm sorry, like, if you make me drink this whole thing, I will vomit right here. Like I know myself, like I will not be able to keep this down. I'm like, do you have anything else you could give me instead? And they're like, okay, we'll try to look. And they never gave me anything else. I just never had to drink it.
What was it for? Do you know?
I don't know. That whole day was a haze. They probably told me and I just don't remember. Like, yeah. Moral of the story, never go to the doctor, kids. But yeah, throwing up is absolutely terrible. And the worst part about it, this isn't the worst part about it, throwing up is the worst part about it, but a shitty thing about it is that it is now, that happened on Sunday night, Sunday at like 4 a.m. into Monday, all day Monday. It is now going to be Friday, and I'm not throwing up. I haven't thrown up since the initial day, but I am just 24/7 slightly nauseous, and if I eat anything, I feel horrible for like a couple hours after. Until it's on its last legs probably, but yeah.
Why do you get so sick?
And then I have the worst immune system.
Did you wash your hands?
Yes, I wash my hands. Okay, Zach,
Uh-huh.
my body does not agree with New York. Since I have moved to New York, I have been sick 4 times. 2 of those have been some of the most sick I ever
Holy
was.
shit. You need, like, probiotics or something.
Yeah. I started taking like different kinds of vitamins and shit,
Yeah.
but it's not. But yeah, it's terrible. I think it's because this is like well, in DC I used public transportation, so I can't even say that. Like I was gonna say this is the first time I'm using public transportation every single day, but then I'm like, no, in DC I did that and I was fine. So I don't know. Maybe it's just it started when I moved here, and it's been pretty bad. So
Yeah, I mean, you used to get sick a lot. You still do.
I did, but I think it's worse. I think it's gotten worse. And I don't know if that's just coincidence because of time or because of the move.
You should probably see a doctor or something.
Yeah, I should.
Speaking of that, I gotta get
I have
blood
a-
work tomorrow, which sucks.
Blood work isn't that bad.
I don't like the not eating part.
What time are you getting it?
I don't know. Tomorrow morning.
I don't eat breakfast really anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference to me. So, this past weekend, was it this past week? Like the week before this week, right? Like the whole week? Am I correct on the timeline?
What?
You.
Me?
You went on a little journey.
I did.
This has been prophesized since high school.
It was, yeah. And it was accurate.
I've known nothing about it. Tell me all about it.
I went on a cruise with my family. I was invited. I said yes. I went. Where do I start? What would you like to hear, Joshua?
So
XLV?
I get. So my context is it's days into this cruise, and I get a text, and you're like, found Ava Volume 3 at the library, and I'm like, what do you want, the cruise ship library? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
So they like I found just Ava Volume 3, and then so did you read like? And you're like, I read 600 pages in one sitting when I got Wi-Fi, and I'm like, so did you read the entirety of Ava?
I have read. Okay, so Ava it comes in big. I don't know what to call them. They're compilations of 3
Omnibuses.
Yeah, omnibuses.
Yeah.
But they're like they're compilations of 3 tankobon, and it's right. So it's how many chapters are in like
10, like 8 to 10 usually in one volume.
Yeah, so it's 3
like,
of
probably
those.
like 30 chapters.
3 of those, 600 pages each.
Okay.
And that's how Ava is like distributed now. I found
my
what?
Yeah.
I found volume 3 in the library. Hadn't read 1 and 2. Read the entire thing straight through. Immediately, first thing I did when I like got internet on a remote Honduran island was download Pirate Ava. Every volume, and then I read volumes 1 and 2 in the following days. So now I've read up to volume 3.
So my question is this like, because there's so many Ava manga, is this like the original story, or is this something else?
As far as I can tell, I believe it is the normal story with different dialogue and like a little different order of the angels.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, it's also kind of like Kagero Days, where each medium goes into, it like changes stuff.
I don't think it's quite the same. I think it's supposed to be the same story. Or Kagero Days is not.
But yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but I'm curious. I'm curious to know. I know you haven't finished it, and it's not the form of Ava that like is the most orthodox. But what do you think of Ava?
I think Ava is the greatest thing ever made. Pretty much. Uh, I'm not done. I'm
I need
not done
to.
with it. But
Yeah,
I think Ava.
it's
I think
it's not over yet.
I.
How do you, it's so.
Let me. I'm gonna tell you. I'm only about halfway into it, but I'm gonna say that Hideki Anno may be the literal embodiment of Jesus Christ and God and the Holy Spirit all at once. And
I see you're interpreting the symbolism.
yeah, and he has not only written Ava but also the Bible. They're one and the same, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I watched Ava. You know the time period I watched
You
Ava.
didn't like it when you watched
I
it.
was building up this show for about like a month. I don't know why I didn't watch it right when I first wanted to watch it, but I was building up for about like a month where I was like, "Oh, I gotta watch this show, Ava." Everyone talks about it. I watched all these videos about it. I watched Frank Howley's video about it. I'm like, I gotta watch this show, Ava. I gotta do it. And then finally, I decided to do it, and I started the day before high school graduation. I think I finished it. I think I finished it in between that morning rehearsal and the actual graduation.
Which is an interesting time to
Yeah.
watch Ava.
So my thing is, I don't get Ava. I don't. But I was also a dumb high schooler, so maybe if I watched it again, I'd appreciate it a lot more. But yeah, to me at least, the ending made no fucking sense. And then I was told that End of Evangelion was there to explain ending, and it made me even more sense. And people just talk about it like they know what happened, and I'm like, you're supposed to know what happened.
Honestly,
And I don't know if it's just because I'm like it was at a time where I wasn't like able to fully grasp it or anything, and if I read it now watched it now, like I'd be able to understand it or not. But I just didn't get it, I guess. And I know it's the best show ever. I know it is, but it's not to me.
the thing that
stance.
really made me like it was one, that it's really good, but it was the thing that you explained to me. Like, you explained to me the ending and like what is actually happening. If I didn't know that, I don't think I would have enjoyed it nearly as much. And because I was reading it for the first time and I was piecing together what was like what's happening in it.
Oh, you're talking about
but no, like
the end of it.
huh? Like no, like the actual stuff that is happening in the story. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They're sort of telling two stories in there.
Yeah.
I think the manga is probably different than the show. The manga's it's explicit if you know what to look for.
Okay. I may read the
like,
manga. I may do it just so I can experience it again.
How much of Gendo is in the show?
I don't remember. Does the hand thing. He sits there with his hands. He's in the show. I mean, he's not in it.
But
it's not like a lot. Like, it's not like, oh, he's there every second. But it's not like, oh, he's barely in the show.
Like,
it's like he's just kind of there sometimes.
In the manga, Gendo's fucking around. Like, he's like major character. Like, everything's about Gendo.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's not. I don't think that was that. See, I don't remember.
I think you might enjoy the manga more.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna read it.
It's real long and real in depth, and also real good.
How much are the books? Because I don't know if I want to read it on the computer.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm gonna buy them.
I'm gonna look it up on Amazon as we talk. Neon Genesis Evangelion manga. I think they have Rebuild.
No.
Oh fuck! It's like expensive.
What? I should have stole that one.
It's a library. Like you don't have to check it out, right? You could just read it.
I mean, you're supposed to check it out if you take it back to like your room or like out somewhere. But I just sat in the library and read it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, you could have put it in a backpack. Okay, yeah, I'll probably read it.
Wait, they're not that expensive. I don't think.
It's like $16.
Wait, no, I found one for like $4.
Where?
Thrift books.
Oh shit! I forgot about thrift books. That's where I buy all my hunter books.
I actually don't know if this is the right one. This might only be like the first Hakoban. I don't know if that's the right word for Ava. No, this is not. This is only the first third.
Okay.
Wait. I think.
My favorite thing about Ava is the song that plays when everyone is melting in End of Evangelion.
It's a good song.
It's the best song ever made. The fact that it plays while all of humanity is melting into ooze is incredible.
Yeah.
You just take that completely separate from everything else, and that's incredible.
Yeah. The 3-in-1s are, yeah, they're sort of expensive. Yeah, like $16. But you are getting 3 books.
That's true.
You should check Book Off for that.
That's true. Yeah, Book Off probably has them. And,
probably in Japanese.
Yeah, I can go tomorrow and check. It's pretty close to Penn Station.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's real good. I think Volume 3 is definitely the best of them, and that I've read. And yeah, actually, my cruise vlog ends up the description, little Easter egg for all you. The description of that is gonna be this is secretly just an Evangelion review, because so much of that video is just spent talking about Ava.
I think you have the most unique way of consuming Ava on a cruise in the Caribbean.
It really
or the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
Or whatever you were.
It really improved it. I think.
Yeah.
I would sit out on the deck in the middle of the night just reading it on my phone.
That's amazing. Oh my god.
It was very nice.
There's a penguin in that show, right?
Yeah.
There's like a penguin's just there.
Yeah, it's Masato's
right?
penguin.
Oh yeah. Masato is probably the best character looking back. Like I always say Asuka, but
Asuka's, I mean, alright, so.
She's so fucked up that it's.
Huh?
I'm saying Asuka's so fucked up.
I gotta.
Ray sucks. I don't understand what people.
I got something to say.
Yeah.
I like Ray.
Oh shit. Why?
In fact,
I want to hear
I don't.
your reason because no one can explain to me good. No one can explain it to me good. So tell me why.
She's just. Hold on, I'm gonna put it into words. I'm gonna put it into words once and for.
Because she annoys me.
Huh?
Because she always annoys me.
She annoyed you. She's not annoying in the manga. I'll tell you that.
Meanwhile, Asuka, the character that's supposed to annoy you, I love.
Asuka's a good character, but she's a great character. I'll say that. When you find out more about her, she's real complete. But Ray's I don't know. She's like someone you can save, right? And she's had her entire life is just fucking. It's like yours. It's like Shinji's, but it's that's literally her whole life, not figuratively. That's all she has. But she
Also,
she kind of
also
looks to
Shinji
you.
fucking sucks.
Shinji what?
Shinji sucks.
No, what? I mean, but the thing about Shinji is he just does what a normal person would do.
That's fair. You're right, because it like we look at it as like an anime. Like, why doesn't he just do the insane things? And then it's like, no, he's just a guy.
He's a fucking kid. Like,
Yeah.
are you expecting a kid to make this to be a hero? No, he just wants to. He doesn't want to do this.
Yeah.
He wants to go to school and have friends.
Speaking of 90s anime, I've actually delved into a popular 90s anime recently. I'm about 20 episodes into Yu Yu Hakusho.
Whoa, how is it?
It's interesting because I came up with the perfect review of it so far. See, I've heard in the arc after the one I'm in, it changes completely, but from what I'm in so far is this would be my favorite show of all time when I was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Or middle school. I'm watching this and I'm like, this is there's the cute sidekick girls, there's the main character, they're doing spirit kind of horror-y, kind of not stuff. It's essentially it's the same show as Bleach to the point, but apparently it doesn't get bad. But the same show as Bleach to the point where I'm like, how did Bleach get away with literally just making the same series as Yu Yu Hakusho? It is I don't know how not enough people make this comparison. I guess it's because I'm only 20 episodes in to a 150 episode show, and it completely changes in a couple episodes from where I am. But yeah, but so far I'm in the beginning part of it, I guess, and it's the same thing as Bleach.
I haven't watched either show, so I'm sorry I can't comment.
Yeah, I used to be big into Bleach in middle school, and I'm like, this would have fallen right in there. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going. It's the character designs are incredible. Let me try to find a good picture.
My friend Dad swears by that show.
See, so far I think you'd hate it. From everything that I've consumed now, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But I've heard the arc that starts in a couple episodes after where I am, but changes everything, I guess.
I'm gonna need you to explain it to me because I'm not gonna watch 120 episodes.
Yeah. I am. I'm gonna do it, but it's the ultimate early 90s Japan aesthetic show, if that makes sense. That's the best way to describe it. It's so early 90s Japan. I'll just send you the Google image search for it, and you can just see all the pictures.
I know what it looks like, but it's
and I'm watching the dub because Digi says it's his favorite dub. So I'm like, okay, I'll watch the dub, and yeah.
How is it?
It's a dub. It's a shonen dub. I don't understand why it's Digi's favorite, because it's what he grew up with. So probably, but yeah. The girl, what's her name? Botan. She's so good. She is ultimate wife. Not when she's in her weird witch gown thing. When she's in normal clothes.
I got a question. Should I watch Ava in the dub or the sub?
Dub. Sub.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because I'm only watching it for how hot Rei and Asuka is.
What? What's driving nuts? That's the thing that I say. This is the most collapsed bit. It's just us monotonely reciting lines to it.
And then you explain the bit and collapse it even further. Perfect. Thank you. Great bit. I love it. Good work.
Did you see in the second most recent Mega 64 Mega 64 podcast, the Home Alone bit?
No, what was it?
It was so funny. He's like, wait, someone's missing, and it just pans around them in silence for the other things, and then it goes back to the code. He's like,
yeah.
I was in tears.
Josh was telling me about that. The other Josh. Both Joshes told me about it.
And oh my god, what am I doing wrong? I can't drag pictures into Discord, and it's a new computer.
I don't know.
Is that just not a thing you can do?
Did you download Discord?
Yeah, I'm in the.
I have no idea. Where are you trying to drag them from?
From like the download bar on Chrome.
Oh, you have to open them in a folder. It doesn't work from the bar.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Okay, I'll do that right now. Because I want to show you how good my new.
You can also just copy the image and then paste it into Discord.
Oh yeah. I'm howling at the moon. Did you watch Digi's new Finish and Fail?
I haven't watched anything from Digi ever.
His new like persona is amazing. Like, he's an entirely new person.
I love her. Also,
but she normally like dresses like a witch in a kimono kind of.
She looks like someone Audio would draw.
She's very. That's it. This show is very Audio, like in kind of like aesthetic. But
except
the story is not.
Except everything about Audio is brief and incredibly good
this
all
is
the way through.
long shonen series.
And is like.
Here's her in like a school uniform.
And it's like. What is it, like, what's the right word, like stacked in metaphor and like hidden meaning, and I don't know if Yu Yu Hakusho is. It could be
get there. Not right now.
I like the first picture. She's nice. She's my friend.
Yeah, here's a good group shot that like captures. My files are too powerful. What does that mean?
And you would say Josh, have you ever heard the song MTC? You probably have.
Not by name, but I may know it.
It's a good song. I've had it stuck in my head.
There's a good group shot. No one could see any of these pictures.
She's so nice.
Yeah, and the other girl is, oh god. So there's this whole like little like thing where every time the brown haired girl sees Yusuke with blue haired girl, she always gets all like upset or whatever, and I'm like, no, fuck you, you're terrible. The blue haired girl is so much better. Sorry, but they're not even together. Yusuke and the blue haired girl aren't even together. They're like partners.
What is this show about?
Yusuke gets hit by a car. That's the first shot of the first episode.
And then it's over. He gets hit by a car and dies.
No, so essentially, they're like we'll bring you back to life if you essentially become the bitch of the the spirit people, the spirit.
Yusuke is a bitch.
Yeah, so he essentially has to become like their guy that does all the missions they need to, like all the shit they need to get done on Earth that they like don't want to send someone over from the spirit world for. They send Yusuke to do. That's like his like trade-off. So right now it's kind of like when I say episodic, it's kind of like mini arcs, like a couple episode arcs right now of him doing shit. But apparently, like, the story actually starts, like, in the next part that I'm getting close to, is what I've heard. So yeah, if that makes sense.
When I first heard the name of the show, I thought it was the Yu Yu Hakusho. I was like, yeah, I'll watch that.
For years, I always confused this show, and because I never watched this show, it was
Hunter.
It was like just no, not Hunter. Hunter.
I still get it confused.
Rurouni Kenshin.
I still get it confused with Hunter x Hunter. I don't know why. It's one of those weird relations in my brain.
Not Rurouni.
That one never gets severed.
Well, it's by the same guy.
Wait, is it the one with the white-haired guy in the red robe?
Yeah, Inuyasha.
Inuyasha.
Yeah. Like, I always get those two confused. I've never seen Inuyasha. I've never seen Yu Yu Hakusho.
I've seen Inuyasha.
I had seen one episode of Yu Yu Hakusho, and it was in the back of my memory, like that Dragon Ball opening that I found. Remember, where it was like in the back of my memory for years, and I didn't know what it was. And I saw it like one time as this little kid late at night on Adult Swim, and I didn't know what it was.
Oh shit!
But now I do.
I don't know if you remember, but when you're on a cruise, you have a TV.
Yeah.
And they play a bunch of shows, but they don't they only tell you the name of the show right at the beginning. So if you tune into something, you can't know the name of the show. There's no way of knowing the name of the show.
You can't switch the channel and come back, and it will tell you.
It's like built into the video. So what they have is they have an inbuilt network.
Yeah.
And channels. Mm-hmm. So there's no commercials or anything. They just have
Yeah, I think I remember.
Yeah. And the episodes repeat in the day. So if you watch too much, you see the same episode. But it says it has a plate at the beginning that says what show it is. And then it doesn't say it at the end. So if you miss the intro, then you just don't know what show it is. So my brother and I, just whenever we would watch TV, because there wasn't that much stuff to do, sometimes, whenever we would watch TV, we would just try and guess the names of shows. And it's really hard. They had some weird, obscure shows on there. And we'd if we couldn't get it, we'd write down the names of characters or actors and look it up after.
Was it cartoons or whatever?
There was a lot of old sitcoms.
Action? Okay.
Some of them were really old. And I don't know. Some weird Australian science shows that were awful.
Because I remember when we went on the cruise together, it was just 90s Cartoon Network.
No, there's no.
And we just watched. Me and you just watched 90s Cartoon Network all week, and I remember that. And then I remember that revitalized my interest in old school Cartoon Network and stuff.
No, there were very few cartoons. I think there's Malcolm in the Middle, and there's old sitcoms
as Tommy Wiseau calls Little Malcolm.
Little Malcolm, is that what it's called for him?
For some reason, I was drunk watching Disaster Artist for the third time, and there's a scene where one of the characters wants to leave, temporarily leave the set to go audition for Malcolm in the Middle or whatever. And Tommy keeps on won't get the name right. He keeps on calling it Little Malcolm. And when I was drunk watching it for the third time, for some reason, that line got me so badly. And I was dying at Little Malcolm.
Oh, Little Malcolm.
Exactly.
God, that's I don't know. That's what? I don't know. You have weird names for things that you'll do. My dad will call Brooklyn Water Bagels Brooklyn Boys for some reason.
Wait. Oh, this is a great picture. I'm listening to you, believe me. I just laughed at your joke. But this is I can't wait till I get to this episode. Whenever it is.
It is a good picture. I love her. Anyway, what do you call anything by weird names?
I know my grandpa on my dad's side, he calls Panera Paneros. Yeah. There has to be something.
I'm sure we do it and have just forgotten about it.
For a year, you know the restaurant Bruises?
Yeah.
For years, I thought it was Bruises. For years. For most of my life, I thought it was Bruises. And then there has to be some things. I just can't think of them now. When I was a little kid, I couldn't get the name of Fairly Odd Parents right. Like I couldn't grasp that it was called Fairly Odd Parents. So in the beginning, I would call it like Very Odd Parents, and I would call it like Very Odd Parents, and then like I got the name wrong for like when I was like little, like, very young, and yeah.
I got one.
What?
I called the creator of Undertale Tony Fox, and the creator of Kagura Project Jim.
Timmy Stark.
Timmy Stark. I really like.
What do you mean it's not Jin?
Jim.
Oh,
What, Jim.
I never heard you call him
Jim.
Jim.
I always call him Jim. I type it out too. God, how could Jim do
God.
this? I just think it's really funny to imply that he just has like a normal American name, Jim. His name's just Jim.
From State Farm.
How dare you do this to me, Jim?
God. I now exclusively call Digibrony MLP.
I mean, I call you Joshua Adam of the 45th Variety a lot.
That's not even like my persona. I mean, it's my professional persona now.
Well, I mean, you just are.
Yeah. Anyway.
We call Alberto so many things incorrect.
Who's Alberto?
Oh, sorry. Fuck. What was his new name? Hold on. I
Oh, speaking of Alberto, your cruise got intercepted.
Yeah. How could he do that to me?
Hurricane Alberto.
He really fucked.
The Albertosaurus at the center.
It was actually pretty cool. I got to sit out on the deck, in a hot tub as we sailed through the tropical storm, which was awesome.
So what happens, like if there's a hurricane coming your way and you're on a cruise?
You just go through it.
It won't fuck you up?
We went through it, and we're fine.
Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, right? Do you have any other cruise stories?
I'm thinking. I got some ramen on the cruise. It was good. Ramen noodle. I'm trying to think. There was so much stuff on there and so little to do. I like kind of lost my mind.
That's cruises. Like, we went on that cruise. Like, you just kind of like it's a haze. Like, now imagine.
Yeah.
Now we got to do a cruise together. Like
the thing is we would have fun because we could
just
we could just hang out. But like I didn't have anyone to hang out with.
Yeah. Like when we went on the cruise, that was great.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we were younger,
there's a lot of the times I would just leave to do what I would call wandering, where I would just like I would just wander.
Yeah, you wander on the ship. And we would eat pizza like every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Then the woman like berated me on the elevator when I was taking Josh to get food. So good times.
Yeah. Wii
U. Speaking of that, Tommy Tallarico.
Yeah, Tommy Tallarico bought Intellivision or something.
He's making a new Intellivision console. Like, he bought Intellivision so he can make a new Intellivision.
This
system.
is such a good opportunity to make Gamer Wars 6. If they don't make it, I'm gonna lose my shit.
To forward the wars, he bought a company and is making a console. And I signed up, so I think the first 1,000 people that sign up get like an exclusive variant of the system that won't be sold anywhere else other than the people who signed up first 1,000 people signed up, so I signed up. So when the system comes out, I get an exclusive variant, even though I'm probably not going to buy it. Because I'm like in the off chance that I want to buy an Intellivision.
Fuck. Wait, are they all gone?
I don't know. Check. You gotta sign up like for their email shit. I really have to go to the bathroom, but I know I can't. You know what I mean? I can't go upstairs without having to end the podcast because
You'll just get like talked at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold it in.
I'm holding it. What else do we have to talk about?
On the cruise, I forgot what I was gonna say. When we stopped in, it was the second time I got internet in Honduras.
Yeah.
All I did was I just sat around all day and drank beer, and just like used the internet. That was pretty much.
So can you drink once you're out of U.S. waters?
Yeah, it was 18.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
I mean, I didn't drink on the boat because it was like $8 for a beer. It was fucking awful.
Oh, you don't get unlimited drinks?
What? You get charged for everything on the boat. It is awful.
Food's free though.
Not good food.
Fuck.
There's like 10 restaurants and one of them is free and it's packed and sucks.
I thought like there's huge buffets.
Yeah, the buffets are bad.
No, the pizza was good.
Yeah, I had the pizza a couple of times. It was, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of cruises.
I feel like cruises are with friends.
Yeah, I would be down for one with friends, but not with family again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna write this down. I'll tell you after.
So I entered to win Hamilton tickets today, and I got a personalized email from myself. Does that mess up the timeline?
No, it's just from the future.
Nothing to fuck the continuum. Email in my inbox from Lin-Manuel.
No, email protocol says you can
hi,
send
Joshua.
things through time.
Yeah, that's true. Hi, Joshua.
You should have put Lin-Manuel Miranda
So yeah,
as your name.
I donated to like causes I don't care about. Well, it's not that I don't care about. They're probably good causes, and I just didn't look into them, so I could be entered to win a bunch of chances to win Hamilton.
Sweet.
So
good luck.
Thanks.
I don't know why you'd want to see your own
I have
play.
to do this shit. It's just because right now I'm in the wrong position on in the
What,
continuum. Like if I was in any other position on the continuum, I'd be fine. But like right now,
I mean,
I'm stuck in this.
Obviously, you know.
I can't get the
obviously, you
privileges.
know what happens in the play. Like you could just. I mean, you could just mentally go back and watch it. But why do you want to go see it in person?
Because I get to go back to, as I phrase it, the city where it happens.
Oh.
They fly you out to DC, and you get to see it in person for free. You get it with one other person.
All right, I see. The city where it happened.
Yeah, that's the city where it happened.
That's. Fuck. I'd watch your back if I were you.
What a tragedy.
Jesus, massacre even.
Yeah. So yeah.
When are we making?
Who would I take? Who would I take with me? My lieutenant Zachariah Kohaney. There's also Lafayette, my good friend.
Or T-Pain. Cool. Shorai.
Good night.